Welcome everyone to a new trading week. Today is Monday, December 7th, and I'm going to go over this report, the daily financial market report. Also, I want you guys, those of you who are new, who are just listening to this for the first time, or maybe you're not new, you've been listening to these videos and these updates, go to the website and check out our strategy proof. In fact, I'm going to start putting that link on these videos as well. I got to go through these videos and put the appropriate links on there. And that's one of the links that I'm very happy to put on there now so that you guys can go and check out the proof. It's on the website, and not only on our website, but it's verified by MyFXBook. If you don't know who MyFXBook is, they're a third-party analytic company, and they analyze trading accounts. They analyze MetaTrader 4 accounts and other kind of trading platforms. But if you have a strategy that you use, it'll analyze it for you, and it'll tell you how much percentage it grows or how much percentage it doesn't grow, and all that other good stuff. So they're pretty much, the proof is in the pudding. So there you have it on that part. There's so much to talk about, guys, and I know I say that often, and I just feel like I'm not really getting the message across, because it's not only about the updates. There's more things that need to come across this platform and throughout the network and to you guys. But I will say this, as far as this strategy is concerned and the Forex market, we are seeing the Forex market attempting to bounce back up from the 50% MAS score. But I will say this, it seems as though the commodities market, there's some very interesting moves taking place in the area of gold and silver. And those of you who have access to the report, I highly encourage you to check it out. You'll notice that there's a lot of extreme stress taking place in the current market value. Now, we don't see anything yet as far as confirmation is concerned when it comes to current market value. We haven't seen a confirmation yet, but the extreme stress is already a sign that the tides are turning. So keep that in mind. In other words, there's a lot of validity in the current market movement direction when it comes to silver and gold, because this is very, very interesting. What looks like what's about to take place, and more than likely it has to do with a lot of things that are taking place in the world, and things of that nature. But we definitely see some signs ahead in the long term. So that's what this is really indicating. And if you guys are interested in making your move when it comes to the commodities market, silver and gold in particular, just be cautious. I will say that. Just be cautious. Just be cautious. But there are some opportunities there. I will also mention that too. In fact, at the end of the report, I'll go ahead and show you guys the top picks. And with the top picks, you'll see that there's also a note on there. I've indicated that as well. So we're definitely seeing some very interesting moves coming. Another highlight on this report is the cryptocurrency market. We definitely see that has tumbled. If you look at, for example, Bitcoin, I'll just use that for an example. We have our report, which is basically on point. We're like exactly on point. Because if you look at the notes here, you see that it's the current market movement has been in extreme stress for 7 days. And that's exactly why we can't see Bitcoin attempting to cap past 20,000. Our report is on point. It's telling you here on the report that it's under extreme stress, yet the current market value is still, or I should say, current market movement is under extreme stress because there's an attempt to get to that 20, but look at the direction that the signal is going. All right. So if you want to look at it like that, you could even look at this, because if it's extreme stress compared to that, in comparison to that, you can almost say that here's the direction it's attempting to go. That's what the extreme stress is. The extreme stress is an opposing force. All right. So keep that in mind. If you see an extreme stress, that's an opposing force in the opposite direction. So you have this opposing force. And if you go to the other highlight of this report, indices market, if you're watching the news, which, okay, I don't want to make a whole long-winded comment about that. But here, the indices market, there are some moves taking place that are very, very profitable as well. Great opportunities. And there's some extreme stress taking place with the dollar. And with the futures market, which is the top picks, is coming from the futures perspective. All right. I definitely should also indicate something like that on here. CMM perspective, alignment perspective, and the futures market. Okay, this is all pertaining to the futures market. So we don't have any clean top picks. They're not absolutely clean because it's also Monday. And I've mentioned this before, that at the beginning of the week, the information is still flowing through all the servers around the world, all the payments of the monies that were spent around the world over the weekend, all being calculated by these supercomputers all around the world. So it's catching up. All the data is catching up. So that's why I put emerging. But more than likely, we are seeing some very interesting movements in the Great British Pound, as well as the New Zealand dollar. Now, fundamentally, I don't know why that is, because I haven't done research on the fundamental aspect as to what's going on around the world with the Great British Pound. It may have something to do with the Brexit and the New Zealand dollar. What's going on with them? I know that there was a high impact report that was associated with the New Zealand country. That could be the reason. But there are some major key factors right now taking place from the fundamental perspective, meaning, like from the news, stuff that we hear in the news, basically, okay, news reports, that's causing both the Great British Pound and both the New Zealand dollar to really get into some kind of situation. And then there's something taking place also with the Japanese yen. That's a little choppy, so that's why we haven't even added that on here, because it didn't qualify. So there aren't really any qualified currencies yet for the top pick. So keep in mind, if you do take these, just realize probably should take them with a lower lot size. You can definitely take them if they are aligned. A lot of these, they do pass the qualification because they are aligned. So that's a good thing. Let me see if I go to the top of the Forex report and look at some of these and just make sure. With the Great British Pound, this one isn't aligned. This one, the pound Swiss, but there was one mentioned here that's aligned. And let's see the New Zealand here. And these are not aligned either. But if you notice, though, with the extreme stress taking place in the current market value for this one, for example, that means this. I kind of explained that earlier. I'll do it again. So that means this. Okay, so if that's the case, then in a sense, you can see there might be an alignment emerging. That's why it's emerging. That's why they're not really that settled. Now, if you were to take those, does it mean that you can make profit? Of course. But it does also mean that just be cautious. So out of all of those, there's only one that's really aligned, and that's this one here. And that one is a confirmation. This one here. Out of the four. Oh, sorry, what am I doing here? All right, so if we were to go back, yeah, that would be the only one, but it's still emerging because the Great British Pound has not fully come into that alignment in the futures market. So I know I might be saying certain things that might be way weird, so you might not fully understand. Just be patient with yourself in learning this information. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. There are some that are more certain, but again, keep in mind that whenever you get into the indices market, these are there. They don't have any cautious on them, so they're pretty much good to go. And they're doing pretty well. In fact, I need to start putting the symbols on these as well. But you can find the symbols either way. If you go to the report, they're on the report. So, okay. So that's what we got going on here. All right. And this one here, I'll go ahead and add the symbol on there as well. Okay. All right. So this is where we are, guys. If you have any questions, you already know what to do. You know, if you're still not sure and you're in doubt and all these other things, check out the website, go to the strategy proof page, go to my FX book. I mean, it's there. Account management, we're going to go ahead and place trades on your account. We won't place any heavy trades because, again, all the data has not completely come in yet. So it looks as though Tuesday might be the best route to take, but we will put some of these emerging trades on there. And there are some good trades that we can still take advantage and opportunities, take advantage of the opportunities with. All right. So there you have it, guys. If you have any questions, you know what to do. I'll see you on the next update, and God bless.